Hi guys, we come to the final round of this Fantasy KartKraft Championship and we're at PFI. It's a little longer circuit than some of the others that we've driven our karts around, and that might give me a little bit more opportunity to find myself in the higher echelons of the points, but probably not. I've still only had half an hour of practice, and of course half an hour on a longer circuit means I've done less laps. So we shall see. Let's get on with it, shall we? So here we are then. The first race of the final round. In practice I've had decent pace, but it's still not really quite up there with the podium crowd, so I have to see how far I can get up. I'm good in this first section, but then slower on the final section of the lap. You see I'm using a lot more road than the other fellow karters. It's almost like the AI is glued to the track sometimes. Definitely some cheating going on, I think. But I think I could probably tighten up the setup a little bit and then that would help me. But I struggle a little bit with the drift. Let's see if I can get this car. Number 90. Oh, no, too tight through there. I'm not going to get him. He did leave a little bit of room, but that was a bit of a risk diving there. Of course, that means I've lost another place. So, down to 9th. It's not a good start to the final round. Easily get him on this section though. The AI always goes wide there and you can take quite a tight line without losing any speed. I tend to run right out to the grass grate on there. The field has gapped pretty massively already. The air balloon that seems to be in pretty much every track in this game. Seems to like hot air balloons. We're catching back up to this 8th place guy, number 90. You can see the gaps ahead are pretty large. It's going to be difficult to get any further up the field. Let's see what I can do. A bit of a dive, but he left the door open. Let's see if we can get some quick laps in now. The fastest of the AI is a good 3/4 of a second faster than my best time around here. But like I said, I've done podium pace in practice. There's a possibility that I'll be able to catch these guys up in front. But I think I can only see 2 karts, so I might get 1 or 2 positions more and that'll be about it. That really depends on me being clean and tidy, which is pretty hard through this section. Not sure what's best to do on that final corner, whether it's to just ram the curb and hope for the best. What I kind of settled on is to ram the curb, lift and then floor it, and that seems to make sure the kart doesn't get too unstable. Definitely see I'm closing on this guy in front. Long old laps are probably going to help me here. I do like the circuit. It's got a lot of fast corners and it's got some tight and twisty technical stuff. And a lot of the corners you don't really have to brake on, but you have to get the right line and lift, and this really long hairpin section is particularly tricky. Get right. I think that's probably where I'm losing the most speed as well, at least in relation to the hour. I'm sure there are some pretty fast human guys around here, but I'm not one of them. It's a sunny and cloudy day, which is reminiscent of this area right now. In fact, I think we've got 30 degrees Celsius tomorrow. It's pretty damn warm. Followed by thunderstorms, of course. I think I've lost time on the car in front, which is kind of frustrating. I'm going to run out of time to catch him up. Just need to try and keep it a little cleaner. It's very easy just to lose some traction on the rear, and then that costs you so much time with the cart trying to get back up to speed. I didn't really have that much trouble in the other circuits with rear traction, but I'm suffering a bit here. That nicely cambered corner helps. This whole section here I really quite like. It's nice, fast flowing, and I can keep my foot on the floor. I'm not sure where to brake here. I normally brake just a couple of these light pylons before the corner. I find if I brake too hard I start losing the back end. I don't have any feel for that, so I just have to brake a little earlier. Otherwise I just get a snap and then it's gone. Sure, I can change some settings somewhere that help with that. Of course, this game is still early access, so that doesn't help. Oh, someone's running around on the staircase and I lost VR signal for a bit. Sorry about that. I've not been in the rig much over the last couple of weeks, it's just been too warm. And the whole system's being a bit arsey with me after abandoning it for that time. It's a good removal from the sim rig and clean up. These signal losses aren't really helping me. But what can I do? I have to keep going. I just hope I'm not blind on a particularly dangerous corner. I'm catching the car ahead. Actually, maybe the distractions just made me settle down a little bit. Not overdriving so much. See if I can get number 6 before the end of the race. I can see you. Been a lonely race for the most part. 96 in front. Can't see the carts in front of him though, so I'm guessing there's a big gap in front. I'm definitely not going to get any higher than 6th, possibly 7th. I do love the runoff areas around this track. You just feel like you've got that extra space to lay down the power. Just trying to follow him closely through this section so I can go for my late lunge here. Oh, there we go. Think I'm going to make it stick. Nice. 6th place. Halfway up the field at least. And I see not a sausage in front, so can't imagine we're going to get much further forward. I think that's probably our lot. But maybe we can put in some decent lap times. If nothing else, it's good practice for the second race. Maybe we can push a bit further forward for that. But I think it's Bart in the lead. With Bart in the lead and not Hayden, we might still have a chance, but so many people that are currently behind me in the championship ahead of me in this race, I think I'm going to struggle to hold on to the position I'm currently in. I've been consistent, but unfortunately it's been consistently in the midfield with only a few podiums. I definitely don't deserve a championship win. Not a single race win under my name. I haven't even got a single second place. It's been an interesting experience, an interesting experiment. I get to test out a little more of KartKraft whilst we're waiting for multiplayer. Definitely think it's going to benefit from having real people rather than the AI. The AI is, whilst it's not predictable or slow, it's a bit too consistent at times. There we go, 6th place. Not my best result, not my worst. Hoping for more. What can you do? So ahead of me we have Bart, Bass, Keir, Ben and Remo. We're on to race 2. Hopefully we can do a little better than 6th place. Oh, that's pretty handy. Number 11's dived out of the way straight away. I'll take his space. Gonna get a bit hectic through here. Oh, don't know what happened there. It's sent a little wide, but we're in 6th, so that's pretty much where we ended the first race. We're already matching that, and hopefully we've got the pace to do a little better. I can see pretty much all of the leaders ahead, which is a good sign, as long as we can keep consistent lapping. Is what I struggle most with around this track. It's not necessarily me being fast. As I said, I think I've got podium potential. It's just making sure that I can keep that going every lap. The longer race does get tiring, and it's pretty warm right now. I feel like I have a flame retardant overall on with a crash helmet. It is really that warm. We go into 5th place. I can make this stick. That's pretty good. That's pretty handy. See if I can do anything about these carts in front. It looks like this guy's made a mistake. Maybe I can capitalize on that, or maybe he's just going to hold me up. Pretty decent drive out of there. Oh, there goes the rear end. I'm going to lose some time on him. Catching him up in awkward places, it's slowing me down. Lost the rear end pretty badly there. I don't seem to have any audio. I think something's crapped out on me. I have to sort that out. So I apologise for that. I have audio in game, but it's not showing up on OBS, so something's gone wrong. So yeah, lost a lot of traction off of the last corner, and now he's caught up with his friend in front, but I'm miles off. Maybe if we're consistent we can catch them up. Definitely gets a bit squeaky bum time through that last corner. Holding on for dear life, making sure that you can catch any slides. This one's not so great either. I tend to run out to the grass sometimes. There's not a lot of traction on the grass. Little bird of prey flying around. I don't think the scenery around here is quite as nice as some of the previous venues. It's detailed enough. I just think some of the other places are a bit better. But the drab grey clouds, that definitely feels like the UK to me. Okay, we are making inroads, but it's pretty slow progress towards these guys. I have to try and be consistent on the laps, not do anything stupid. Maybe if they can start fighting, I can catch up with them a little quicker. There's no guarantee with that. The AI, they tend to quite happily follow for a while. You'll always seemingly have exactly the same karting line as well, which is... yeah, it doesn't look so great in the replays. Looks a bit mechanical. Hopefully they can address that, but just giving us multiplayer will address that for the most part, because we can just play with other humans. But if we don't have that option, then we want better AI. Not faster, just more lifelike. I'm definitely catching them now. So if I can keep this going... oh, that's not great. They seem to have the edge on me on traction. Maybe I should have lowered the gearing. Take too much curb with the stiffly sprung kart and it's going to bite you badly. So although I have caught up, I lost a bit of time that lap. So whilst I'm faster through this section than the AI, it means that I can't get close enough for an overtake. I think once I get past them I can hold them up. But there's a podium I'm sniffing right now, if I can keep up with these guys. The terrible twins, I'll call them, because they seem to be dressed identically. I think, yeah, like I said, championship standing wise, I'm not going to be in the top 2 or 3. It'd be nice to be, you know, within the top 3, but I think my lack of pace in a few of these circuits is really taking the wind out of my championship chances. Honestly, after the first round, I didn't think I had a hope in hell anyway. But yeah, the North Texas karting circuit, that seemed to be one that I enjoyed a lot. Wow. Don't know what happened there, but I'm taking that. Either he clipped the kart in front or he just got his line wrong, but yeah, had no pace through there. Looks like I've lost a little bit of time to his teammate though. There's a bit of frustration. Obviously I had to lift to avoid the contact. It's still in touching distance. So we've still got a faint hope of catching him. It is pretty faint now though. We're getting towards the end of the race. It's a little mesmerizing when you're doing this many laps. Would like to do endurance karting at some point, but maybe not just yet. Maybe that's something for winter when it's chilly outside and I can strap myself into this rig and be quite content to spend a few hours in it. We are catching the guy in front, but it's a bit pedestrian. Not catching him enough to steal that third position, I don't think. That's not going to help. Lots a bit of traction there. I think I carry too much speed there because it harms me on the exit, and because you've got that long acceleration zone afterwards, I think that costs me all the way up to the start-finish line. Final lap. Yeah, we've got no hope of catching this guy. No, we'll catch him, but we're not going to overtake him. That Barty in front again. I think he might be taking another win. That's 2 on the trot. It's serious championship contention type pace there, but I don't think he had the best run for the rest of the season, so I don't know where he is in the championship right now. And we're on the final few corners. Yeah. I'm happy to have caught up with this guy. And here's the tinsel, confetti, whatever you want to call it. Fourth place, a pretty decent lap time for me. And who made the podium? So that's Bart, Gary and Paolo. So let's look at the championship standings, shall we? Well, this is a surprise and a disappointment, unfortunately. I win the championship, and it's surprising because I haven't won a single race. I've just been the most consistent driver, with me scoring no fewer than 4 points. It's kind of evident that this experiment has failed a little bit in that each race, a different set of drivers has a different set of capabilities in KartKraft, that there's no consistency from round to round or even race to race. So, yes, it's not great. It's nice to win, but it would have been nicer to win on merit rather than win because of the failure of the consistency from the AI. So Hayden comes second. Hayden won 3 races, but then failed to score points in the last round Well, he scored 1 point in the last round. So that's quite a big swing in my favour. And then Bart Price, who had been pretty much hopeless in the first round and inconsistent in North Texas, has come in and stolen third place off of Mark Herwin. So I had some fun playing this game. I think it was an interesting experiment. Not necessarily a successful one, but an interesting one. And yeah, it'd be nice to hopefully get some championship model going in the game soon. But we're still waiting for multiplayer. It's been in beta for a while, so fingers crossed we get that soon. So I hope you've enjoyed this series and this video. If you have, please give it the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye bye for now.